I'm good. Sorry, I'm good.
Okay.
Figured it all out by myself. Thank you. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. It's our finale. How many people been here to all four? Raise your hand. Nice. All right. How about a little feedback? How have they been?
Well, I started with juicing.
You started juicing?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot my green juice. All right, got my green
So
juice.
that's a good thing.
Fantastic. Good. You made one little improvement in your life over the last month. Great. Anybody else have some feedback, whether all four or just one? Did you guys learn anything we'd like to share? Yes.
My posture's terrible, but I actually am more aware of.
You're more aware. Hey, awareness is good. It's the first step. Then you start making little changes. Awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys. This kind of combines everything we've learned over the last couple of weeks. And we go to, how many people want to live to 100? And have a good time.
Okay.
And have a good time, right? I sure do. I don't want to be wheeled around. If I'm wheeled around, just dig a hole and put me in. That's all. I don't want to be wheeled around nowhere. I'm here to have a healthy lifestyle. Remember that the people that we saw living to 114, right? We saw some pictures about people living to 114, living to 122. Wow, and still having a good time, like not in a hospital bed, like with her family. So we're going to talk about things that are really important. I'm going to cover my 5 factors, 5 pillars to health. Who remembers my pillars? Anybody want to mention one of my pillars? Exercise, right? We got to move. You got to move, right? Exercise. One of the pillars doesn't mean you have to go to the gym or go to Equinox. You just got to move. You got to move. Yes.
I think what was outside was going outside, right? Or is that one of them?
Well, that's outside, get movement.
Oh,
Okay?
same thing. Okay.
Same thing, get outside. Nutrition. Nutrition's really important. That's another pillar. One of my favorites. You got to get good rest. We're going to talk about all of these. I'm going to hit them up. Okay? No, we don't. Okay? All right, let's get started. Okay, we're going to talk about number 1 and 2 killers of all America. We started out the presentations earlier in the month with this. Remember, we were talking about heart disease. And again, ladies, you surpassed men in heart disease, okay? More women are having heart issues and heart attacks than men are. So this is a big concern, and we got to change this around. And guess what? We might talk about cancer being genetic, right? This is lifestyle. This is your choices. You can't blame anybody else for that. Okay? So we want to take a look at some of these risk factors and what you can do if you really want to live to the people who raise their hand. I want to live to 100, right? When do you guys want to get started? Like 99? Start being healthy? When?
Now.
What? Now, would you guys agree now is a good time to get started? If you really want to make it that far, and if you want to stay out of the sick care system, which we call our health care system, if you want to stay out of the sick care system, these are the things that we got to do. Number 2 is cancer, okay? But I got to tell you, this eats it all up. You've seen another post, like cancer, all the cancers combined, AIDS, car accident, homicides. If we took all of them together, they don't equal heart disease. Okay, so that's why it's our choices. It's your choices, the choices you make, to what you put in your body and how you take care of your body. Okay. These are the disablers. Okay, stroke. We know a lot of type 2 diabetes. Have to do again with more lifestyle choices. So these are things that you gotta, we all know about smoking. People still, so awareness, right? We all have awareness. We know smoking is bad. We know certain foods are bad. We know McDonald's not the healthiest thing, right? But yet there's lines all along. People are still smoking. So awareness to me is irrelevant. It's good, but until you start taking the actions of, hey, my posture is bad, I'm gonna do something, or I'm gonna juice a little bit, I'm gonna buy something organic today, if it's one thing. Don't gotta go all organic. We talked about that when we were doing the nutrition class. Okay, so this is gonna be our biggest cost. 50% of all bankruptcies in America are gonna be due to your bills, okay? So you youngins that are in the room, you really have to put that dedication to taking care of yourselves. You're gonna have families, you're gonna have children, you're gonna have to decide how you're gonna take care of yourself because, hey, healthcare costs going down. It's getting bigger, right? Did the EpiPen go down in price? No, quadrupled or 10 times, right? Something crazy. So these guys, listen, this is they spent a lot of years designing it. So these are the things that we can control. We can control most of these because these are lifestyle choices. We can't control how much stress is going on. We can take care of chronic pain. We can do that without drugs. We can't without surgery. We have that ability. Now, one of the pillars is right there. Okay, we touched this topic. I'm going to hit it again. Okay, you have to exercise. You have to move. You have to move. Okay, so light exercise. Hey, can you guys? I know it's hot, but can you guys go walk for 30 minutes for lunch? Like, can you get down the building and go south of the buildings and leave this Wi-Fi area, right? This electromagnetic field, Century City. Go into where the residentials are. Go down like 2 or 3 blocks, cut over, and come back. When I did the summer classes, when we did the Friday walks, it was awesome. Beautiful day. We'd stretch a little bit right here at the corner, and we'd walk down Century Park East. We'd cross over 2 blocks down, come back Avenue of the Stars. Nice 30-minute walk. No phone, no office talk. That was our thing. All right. Modern exercise. Okay, if you could get to an activity 3 times a week, yoga. Man, I started yoga this year. That's tough. I thought it was easy. I got this. I got my yoga pants. I got my Lulu pants on. I was like, I got this. And no, it was tough, man. So doing some kind of yoga, intense workout. Listen, if you have the ability to play basketball, do something intense, Pilates one-on-one, that's going to help. And by the way, we got Pilates in our office. And the reason why a lot of people enjoy coming to our office is because once I do the examination, we do specific Pilates needs. I'm going to plug my office. All right. We do specific to your needs, not just being in a classroom. So it's a little bit specific. I recommend if you're going to do something, do it once a week with a trainer. It's better than doing 3 times a week at the gym by yourself. Okay. Early in life, you gotta move, you gotta run. Doing weights doesn't have to be weights, but it could be bands, it could be TheraBands, everything. All this goes to TRX. Those things are great. You gotta get your heart strong. It's really important. Later on in life, we still need weight bearing. I'm gonna remove that. Weight bearing is still important. Swimming is great. Biking is good, even if it's stationary biking. I'm gonna remove this too. My research. Sorry. I'm always doing research. I'm learning new stuff. I'm on this learning game. Okay, I don't like water aerobics. Why don't I like water aerobics anymore? I just learned something a couple of months ago. Why don't I like water aerobics? There's no resistance. There's no weight, right? So you're moving, you're getting cardio, but you're not getting weight resistance. There is no weight in there, right? That's why, like, one of the things that I was reading about is these astronauts are coming back after 6 months, and they're breaking their femurs. Why? No weight. You need weight for bone mass, bone density, right? So that's why that weight bearing's got to change. And hey, I'm still learning. I love being in the game. Nutrition. We talked about nutrition. How many people don't have breakfast? Right? All right, coffee is not breakfast. It's delicious, but it's not breakfast. Right? So you need something to like really get your energy going in the morning. So we talked about the green juices early on. If you can't make the juices, you can buy the juices. If you can't buy, man, they got so many new microgreen shakes and all of that stuff you can get. And sometimes I don't get to juice, but we have these powerful green powders. Just make a quick little smoothie. Really important, because if you starve your body, it's going to hold on to everything you got. Okay? It's going to release this thing called cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Cortisol loves to break down cartilage. cartilage is what keeps the joints together. So one thing starts leading to another. So you don't know, by starving yourself, you're breaking down your joints and your ligaments, right? So you keep this up, you're gonna have a problem, right? You wanna kick up your metabolism, you wanna burn, you gotta have something to eat. You gotta get some fuel going in the morning. Bananas, some eggs, whatever it is that you want, get them going. Get some nutrients in your body so you have fuel. You know, you can't run your engine without any good fuel and accept, you know, not to be fatigued and burnt out. Okay, we talked about color, right? Summertime, man. Summertime, my garden, my backyard is just blooming. Last night, we made some bruschetta. The basil came from the backyard. The tomatoes came from the backyard. It was fresh. And I like California diet. What's a California diet? Avocados. You bet. Things that are in season. You know, you want to eat seasonal. If you're making stew and pot pie in the middle of summer, it's not the season. This is fresh. It's, you know, healthy. It's organic. It's alive, right? And it's cancer fighting. Right? It repairs. So we're always looking for things that are repairing our body. Hey, so what heals the body? Quick question. Doctor? Does the doctor heal the body? Does the Lipitor, does that heal the body? Not the Lipitor, not the Coumadin, not the Adderall, none of that stuff heal the body. What is the definition of healing? Anybody know? It's the ability to create new cells. That's the definition. And there is no person out there I know that can create new cells. There's only one thing that can create new cells. Any questions? Who's got it?
Herbs.
I'm sorry?
Herbs? No, time.
You can. The nervous system. Your body's the only thing that could generate new cells. How do I know this? I did a test. I went to the butcher shop and got myself a piece of steak. I went home. I make a cut in it. I put some Neosporin in it. Put some iodine in it. I put I gave it a shot of penicillin and a shot of tetanus. And I waited for a week. Did the cut heal? No. Right? So the only thing that has the power to heal is our body. So we gotta give our bodies the fuel that it needs to repair and take care of itself. Now you give it the herbs. Now you give it the food. So it can do the job it needs to do. It can't do it on carbs and just, so California diet, foods, all of these things are really, really important and powerful and necessary for our body to heal itself. So when you get sick, there's a huge method out there is by healing by just food alone, okay? So we want to really treat what we put into our body. Hey, I have a 5-day on, 2-day off, guys. Monday through Friday, I really try to stay focused, eat well, organic. For the weekends, Chipotle. In and out, okay? But listen, In and Out, and I'm into holiness, and In and Out and Smash Burger. They're actually a good company. They really take pride in their food. Not like better. If you're gonna eat a burger, at least just stick to those two. Okay. Okay, who's not stressed out? Raise your hand. Okay? Man, this can catch up on you, right? This is the silent killer. This is what makes, this is the conductor of everything else to make you sick. This is the conductor. This is what orchestrates everything else. And it can come from all different ways of life. So, man, learning how to manage is really important. Learning not to be attached to things, it's very important. I know it's hard. Our egos get in the way of things. They want our attachment to everything. But letting go is a real powerful tool for healing. Okay? So, however it is, however you do it, it's you know, one of the things I told you guys is about a do not do list. What's a bunch of things you do not need to do? Sometimes they take a news diet. If If you're a news junkie, go on a news diet. I'm gonna the weekends. There's no. It's irrelevant what happens in the world. There's nothing you can do. But yet you're bombarded all day with that information. There's nothing you can do. Okay, you're not gonna go save the world. So why don't you take care of yourself and your mind? You know, so take a news diet. Take those feeds off your cell phone, and you know, a lot of part of my work is social media because it's a part of running a business. Okay, we got to do this thing. If it wasn't, it wouldn't mean that much to me. But if you're not running your business, or if you're not running a business and you're just wasting a lot of that feed on social media, it can stress you out. You know, it could definitely be stressful. Okay, boy, I got kids. This is important. I can tell you right now that with young kids, you might not get some sleep. So anybody sleeping less than 5.5 hours of clean, straight sleep, gotta do something. Gotta check that out. That's a symptom, by the way. Inability to fall asleep or stay asleep is a symptom. It's your body's telling you something's going on. You need to check that out. See exactly what's going on. Right? Stop if you're a coffee drinker. I love coffee. Morning time, 1 cup. Shouldn't drink anything past 4. It takes 8 hours, and 4 cups for every cup of coffee. It takes almost 8 cups of water to flush that caffeine out of your system. And if you don't drink enough water, that caffeine stays in your system, and you go to sleep. And you're sitting in bed. You know, you can't sleep, right? And then you wake up, you're exhausted, and you start the coffee. You start that cycle over and over again, right? So stop drinking. Drink a lot of water if you're going to drink coffee. It's diuretic. It dehydrates you, so you want to hydrate, okay? And get some good sleep. Oh, stop watching that negative stuff before you go to sleep. Oh, those just chuckle. You think it's fun. But that's important. You can't like have the news on and go to sleep. It messes with your subconscious mind. Okay, health is on different levels. It's just not science. Subconsciously, it's messing with you. Don't watch shows that are depressing and emotional while you go to sleep. There should be 30 minutes of off time, no technology for 30 minutes before you go to sleep. Don't throw anything out. Hey man, this is pretty fun. I like this. I'm going to send you an email of my love meditation. 13 minutes. Just do it once a week. Once a week. Get into it. Love meditation. Open up your heart. Get yourself to love. Hey, did you know chiropractic, massage, all the stuff that we do on our hands-on profession, gonna reduce stress by 75% within 30 minutes? That is awesome. Did you guys get my thing last week for this? Did you guys get that? No. Oh, we're gonna try it on a few people. Oh, it's hot. Somebody was using it in the office. All right. You know, you want to watch something, get some comedy before you go to sleep. It'll help your T helper cells, the repair cells. So you're gonna go to sleep. Watch some funny cat stuff. Okay? That makes you laugh. I love it. I just get on these things and like. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I don't have TV, so I got to sneak some YouTube. I don't have TV. But I really make it an effort at the end of the day to watch some good positive stuff. At the end of the day, make sure. Last night was this great, like, 15-minute video about people just helping other people, you know? And it was just so refreshing to watch because it could be very doomy, right? So, we don't want that. So laughter is really important. It helps, man. Your cells love this stuff. They need it to repair. They need some, so it releases different hormones. Even the tears, the science is in the tears. Crying tears, laughter tears, totally different, okay? So take the time to laugh, get together with people you love. How many days does it take to create a pattern?
It's 2 weeks.
No, longer. To create a pattern?
Oh, 30 days.
Habit, pattern,
30 days.
more.
90 days.
Double.
180 days.
180 days to rewire your brain pattern. So that's why in some cases when people are not, they have something that they really want to resolve, you're working with me for 6 months because your brain has wired your pain, your health, your attitude, it is wired, okay? It's called neuroplasticity, right? So if your posture is bad, your brain is wired for that posture, okay? And that's why fad diets don't work. You have that yo-yo diet. It takes 6 months to rewire your thermostat for your weight. So nothing under, well, you could lose it fast, you're gonna gain it fast. So to create healthy routines takes 6 months, okay? And when I'm working with people to restore their health, it's not gonna happen quickly. Anything that happens quickly will break down fast. So when you're looking for an exercise routine, I went to the gym once, just didn't work out. No, you gotta keep going. I tried organic, nothing happened. I tried that cleanse. No, you gotta keep things going. It's 6 months for your brain to say, oh, you're doing something different. I gotta rewire you, okay? So not this 21 days to create a habit, and Stephen Covey. No, you're gonna have to do some bigger, longer routines. This is huge. You wanna hang around to 100, you can't be popular. If I had a microphone, I'd try. You can't. 6,000 for, listen, I'm a chiropractor. You guys all heard about that model last year, right? She went to a chiropractor. She had fallen. She messed herself up. She went through all of it. She had an injury. She went to a chiropractor. And 3 days later, nobody knows, but the chiropractor got blamed. And that's 1 in 15 million that people won't stop talking about it. How about 6,000? That's how much? Divide that by 365. Multiple people a day by taking aspirin. Okay? Adverse reaction. I told you guys a story about my mom. That's why I'm here. I saw it happen. I saw it throughout my whole childhood. Some of you guys might have seen it too. The Tylenol became 4, the 4 became 6, the 6 became extra strength, the extra strength became codeine, the codeine became something else until it hits that pinnacle, the king, the OxyContin, and the morphine. All right, I'm still getting choked up talking about it. Right? So that's the path that you don't want to be on because there's no reverse on this stuff. So if you really want to be around, you have to look. There is, I didn't know there was no other way to get my health back. There is, whether it was an acupuncturist or chiropractor, nutritionist or homeopath. There is so many alternative ways to get your health back. I'm not just saying it just for me. There is so many ways. So if you really truly want to be around to 100 and be living, we can fill you up with medications and keep you alive. That's no problem. You can do that. But the quality of life is really important. Don't ignore your body's warning signs. This is another pillar. The body's trying to tell you something. How many people with high pain tolerance here? That's tough because, listen, anybody who remembers my check engine light metaphor analogy? What did I say?
You said don't put, it's like putting black tape over it if the problem's not solved.
Right.
But it's still there.
It's there. Listen, if you had a car and your check engine light would go on, would you stick some electric tape on your check engine and keep driving? Yeah? No, why not? The problem's still there. So what happens when we have a neck pain? What happens? Why take the Tylenol with the neck? Why the migraine? Why the headache? Why do we do it for those? Isn't the body, how does the body tell you you're in trouble? How would your body tell you, other than, which one's the worst one? Heart attack, right? How many signs are there prior to a heart attack that you're going to have a heart attack? Happens seconds, right? But it's nothing like weeks. Like, hey, listen, you're gonna have a heart attack. Just want to let you know. All right? It's like, oh, my hand, boom, you're on the floor. Right? So we can't. Symptoms are just trying to tell you. And the longer you wait on your symptoms, the harder it is to fix, and the harder it is for you to get those results that you want. And we all want quality of life. So numbness and tingling, that's a sign. Again, all of these are signs and symptoms telling you, your body's telling you something's going on. We've made these normal, right? We made the, oh, I just have the normal headache. 8 years of school, I never heard about it. Okay. 17 years of clinical research, there was no normal headache. We've made it normal in our lives. It's common, but they're not normal. Having asthma is common, it's not normal. Having allergy is common, it's not normal. So separate those guys. That's your responsibility. Oh, I just have, I'm just having, like, no, it means something. Sinus pressure is a sign something is going on. And if you're having it once in your lifetime, okay, twice in your, but if you're getting sinus issues every month or every quarter, that's like, how else this body, and I've done it I've seen all the specialists, and I get those files, I get files this thick. People have gone from doctor to doctor, traveled the world with specialists. They forget to look at one place. And they forget to look at the common denominator. That's this guy. That's why I specialize in it. Because this is the circuit breaker for everything in the body. And through this is the spinal cord. And I'm going to teach you, that's why your posture is important, how you take care of your body is important, how you stress yourself out. All of it goes into your central nervous system, right? That's why it's called the nervous system. And it affects every area of your body. Adrenal glands, the thyroid. We talked about that 2 talks ago, remember? We talked about the adrenals and the thyroid, and then you get fibromyalgia. You tax those too, you're done. You have to recover from fibromyalgia. It's just panic. So these lead to one another. You can have this that's going to cause issues there, and you're going to have that that's going to cause issues there. So we want to make sure that you don't get there. You don't get into the emergency room. I mean, how many people love hanging out in the emergency room? It's such a fun place. Coughing, sneezing, vomiting, right? It's not a fun place. Why would you go there to get your health back? You would go there in case of a extreme emergency, like you blew your hand off or something, but that's pretty much about it. All right? You guys have to leave, no problem. I want to thank you guys for coming today. If you like to get one, now you got the fees, you got all the stuff you need to know about my office. We're having a $39 special while we are here. Talk to Tyra if you'd like to sign up. If you'd like to sign up, that'd be great. It's usually $150 if you're going to call in a month or two. So $39, you get a consult with me. If I can help you and guide you in the direction of better health, I would love to do that. Thank you.